The world watches as Gaza crumbles, and one man stands at the center of the storm. Why is justice still out of reach? China's bold words reveal a truth that can't be ignored. China has just dropped a bombshell, exposing the world's failure to hold Benjamin Netanyahu accountable. In July 2025, Chinese officials called it a disgrace that Netanyahu remains free despite arrest warrants issued by the International Criminal Court. Yes, you heard that right. The ICC issued warrants in November 2024, targeting Netanyahu and former Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant for alleged war crimes in Gaza. These aren't just accusations, they're charges of starvation as a weapon, murder, and persecution, tied to Israel's relentless campaign that's left over 44,000 Palestinians dead, according to reports. China's statement, echoed across social media platforms like X, demands that the world stop shielding Netanyahu and face the truth about his actions. Let's break it down. The ICC, a court designed to tackle the worst crimes, stepped up last November, accusing Netanyahu of orchestrating inhumane acts against Palestinians. The warrants cite deliberate policies, like blocking aid and bombing civilian areas, that turned Gaza into a humanitarian nightmare. Entire families wiped out, children starving, homes reduced to rubble. Yet Netanyahu walks free, thumbing his nose at international law. Israel claims the ICC has no jurisdiction, calling the warrants anti-Semitic nonsense. But here's the kicker. Palestine is a signatory to the Rome Statute, giving the ICC every right to act. Netanyahu's defense is a flimsy excuse, and the world knows it. So why hasn't he been arrested? Because powerful nations are protecting him. Countries like France, Germany, and Hungary, ICC members bound to enforce these warrants, have flat out refused to touch him. Hungary's leader, Viktor Orban, even invited Netanyahu for a visit in April 2025, saying the warrants mean nothing there. This isn't just hypocrisy. It's a betrayal of every Palestinian suffering under Israel's iron fist. China's call-out is a direct challenge to this double standard, urging the ICC to stay impartial and demanding that member states honor their obligations. When a non-ICC country like China has to remind the world about justice, you know the system's broken. And it gets worse. Reports surfaced that one of Netanyahu's legal advisors allegedly threatened the ICC's chief prosecutor, Karim, warning that the court would be destroyed if the warrants weren't dropped. This isn't the behavior of an innocent man. It's the desperation of someone cornered by the truth. Meanwhile, Gaza's death toll climbs, with hospitals bombed and aid workers targeted. Israel's actions, led by Netanyahu, have turned a densely populated strip into a graveyard, and yet Western leaders shield him, offering diplomatic immunity and excuses. China's stance isn't just words, it's a rallying cry. They're calling out the cowardice of nations that claim to champion human rights, while propping up a leader accused of crimes against humanity. This isn't about politics, it's about accountability. Every day Netanyahu evades justice, another family in Gaza pays the price. The ICC warrants aren't just paper. They're a demand for the world to stop turning a blind eye. China, often silent on such issues, has stepped into the spotlight, exposing the West's complicity and daring to say what others won't. So what now? It's time for the world to listen. Share this story, amplify the call for justice, and demand that Netanyahu faces the consequences of his actions. Gaza's people can't wait any longer. The ICC warrants are a chance to hold a powerful man accountable, and China's voice is a reminder that silence is complicity. Let's make sure the world hears this loud and clear. Netanyahu's time is up, and justice must prevail. Join the fight, spread the word, and let's end this disgrace once and for all.